2 is up again. Okay, now we'll try get 1 up again. This really sucks. There we go. Start. Now 1 should be back up again. And come on. Okay, now 1 and 2 are back up. That's I hate when they do that. They mess us all up. Okay, did it start again? I'm trying to see if it started again on here. It's probably a new stream. Okay. Now we got to go up here. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's go to see if it says what's going on with the stream. Okay, what's going on? Okay. Let's go in here and see what's going on. Let's see. We're both streaming now. Okay. Go back here. There we are. Okay. We're back on. Okay. Seems to be working again. Ah, there she is. Okay. Okay. All right. Now where was I? Oh, okay. So, all right, we did that. Tom Cruise is reportedly shot down an invitation. Oh, this is Tom Cruise was invited from Donald Trump to go to the 2025 Kennedy Center honorees, and he turned them down.
As did other people.
Yes, as did. Let's see if this says here. Instead, Trump unveiled a list of 48 honor recipients that include glam metal band Kiss, Broadway star Michael Crawford, country star George Strait, singer Gloria Gaynor, and in the film category, Sylvester Stallone. Oh man! And then
I'm going to forgetting how much he hates.
Yeah, well, he can't believe people would hate him after all he's done. All right, that is the end of my main stories. Now we can go to Trump.
You want to talk Trump, or you want to do Scorpion?
We can do whatever you want to do.
Well, let's do Scorpion.
Okay, we can do the Scorpions. I do want to go back to Trump, the Trump Elon tab that I have because I got.
Well, let's do that first.
Okay. There are some things that I think are important. I have another thing that ranking of the highest paid pro athletes, but I think I'll save that because I think we can use that anytime. That's not a dated one, but the Trump stuff is usually dated, so I gotta talk about that. Trump seeks permanent control of the D.C. police. I don't know if you heard that or not.
Yes.
Following a temporary federal intervention in D.C., Trump expressed intent to secure long-term federal control over the police department.
That takes congressional approval.
Okay, I didn't.
He can on his own take over for 30 days.
Okay.
Then it takes a act of Congress.
Okay.
For it to be extended.
All right.
And he's facing a lot of blowback.
I would imagine, yes. Who's ever done that? Has any other president ever done that?
No.
I thought that was really odd that he would, try to do that. And is is that where does that come from?
Okay, D.C. is not a state.
Mm.
It is
District.
run by the federal government.
Right. Okay.
In '73, they did the Homestead Act.
Okay.
Homestead Act or Homestead. Anyhow, they gave them a mayor and it gave them a city council.
Okay.
But the president can move in and take over the police if there is a problem.
Okay. And there is.
And there is.
Okay.
And he wants to clean it up. He's moving all the homeless out of downtown. He is, I think there's been 300 arrests since he took it over. And he's cleaning up all the graffiti around downtown. He wants a beautiful capital.
Okay.
But the problem is that the pretense was the crime is out of control.
Okay.
Statistically, the crime has never been better in recent. There was, however, a police lieutenant who fudged the crime reporting.
Okay.
And so Trump is saying that it is not factual that the crime is lower. There are people on the street that are applauding Trump because they're scared to walk in their own neighborhood.
Wow.
But the liberals are saying that crime is down. And this is just another overreach by Trump. So Congress, when they get back in September, are going to have to take this up. Because his authority only lasts for 30 days.
Okay. Do you agree with it?
I think it's an overreach, but I think it's a necessary overreach.
Okay.
My opinion is that Washington, D.C. is too important of a city for it to be so crime-ridden.
Well, I mean, it shows the pride of your country. I mean, if that's supposed to be the head of the country, the big place, it should be nice.
There's been some gruesome crimes
that
have been committed recently that have captured national attention.
Okay.
That's what precipitated Trump doing this.
Okay. I mean,
there was an intern from the White House that was killed.
Okay.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong on that, anybody, because I could be wrong. But it was a serious issue with an intern. And they died, and I'm not quite sure if it was a White House intern or another intern. But that's what precipitated this whole thing.
Okay. All right. Next story: Mexico extradites 26 cartel leaders to the U.S.
Well, they did that because Trump has authorized special forces to infiltrate the cartels.
Okay.
And take out the cartels. In other words, invade Mexico. And so, I think her name is Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico. She is trying everything in her power to keep the United States out.
Page is gone. Page is unavailable. The page was there. It's no longer there. That's weird. The AP News.
Trump is doing things that's never been done.
Yeah, you're not kidding. You're not kidding.
Pushing the boundaries of what a president can do and what a president can't do.
Yes. In a lot of ways, yes, he is. I never thought I'd see someone. Oh, I want to talk about that too, because that's a big one. The two from, I'm almost there. Actually, the next one is Ukraine talks continue.
Yeah.
Vladimir Zelensky and European leaders are meeting with President Trump, or may have met with Trump by now.
Met today. Yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, when I wrote this down. Zelensky has rejected ceding territory to Russia, recently calling for a ceasefire. NATO Secretary General, the European Commission President, and the leaders of France, Germany, Italy, Finland, and the UK will join today's meeting, or yesterday's meeting. Do you know what happened there?
Yeah, nothing's going to work because Putin wants too much territory
Okay.
for Zelensky to see.
Okay.
But Trump's trying to get a deal.
Okay.
He's convinced that Putin wants to make a deal because Putin's economy is teetering on the brink of collapse.
Right.
But Putin won't back down.
Hmm.
And this is, if he pulls this off, if Trump pulls this off, there's a Nobel Peace Prize. In fact, Hillary Clinton said if he pulls this off, she will nominate him for a Nobel.
Wow, that's pretty big.
That's pretty big.
Wow.
But it is so complicated and so fraught with Zelensky having to give up so much to get peace that most commentators, conservative and liberal, don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
Because Putin's a killer. He's a psychopath.
Yeah. He wants it his way.
And he wants it his way or the highway.
He wants it his way. There's no highway involved. No. He's blown the highway up with missiles, so yes. He wants it his way. That's interesting. And then the last Trump thing I have to talk about, and this is the best Trump thing ever. I cannot be smiling any more than I am. I mean, if I wanted to say one thing that he's doing that made a lot of people upset and made a lot of people happy at the same time, it's this thing. Do you know what I'm thinking about?
Yeah.
This bill excludes junk foods from SNAP benefits.
Oh, yes.
And it's funny because I'm seeing these videos that these girls are posting. Well, how am I going to feed my kids now? They've cut all my benefits, or they said I can't. My kids are going to have to suffer because we're not allowed to buy junk food and soda and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, get a job. And some of these girls lose their housing now because Trump has put his foot down on the benefits and stuff, and all the people that are getting benefits that don't deserve it are losing their benefits.
Yes.
And they're losing their mind because they're stupid enough to post this stuff on the freaking internet. You know, when Facebook first started, the stupid people that were committing crimes were saying, look what I stole today. And they were going to jail. And these people are just as bad. They say, oh, you know, I have $3,300 worth of benefits. $3,300. What? You don't make that.
A month.
You don't get that. I don't get that. And I worked all my life, and you worked all your life. On what earth do these people deserve $3,300? That was just one person talking about it. One person said, I'm really upset. And don't you even start talking about my 2025 Tahoe that I've got. What? You're on SNAP and you have a 2025 Tahoe. I never had a brand new car till I was ready to retire. That's ridiculous.
And my daughter, whose husband, she stays home.
Yeah.
Her husband makes a good wage, but not a great wage.
Yeah.
Got thrown off a wick because it's over the bottom. It's over the, it's unfair.
Yeah.
So here's the worst part. Look at what they feed their kids.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was how I first got started in this. Listening to them whine about that. Then I started going a little further, and a bunch of people were cut off. And then there was some person that said, my husband lost his job, so I started making these candy cherries, and I started selling them. Now I lost my benefits. But the good news is, she made enough in 6 weeks to go on vacation, and she posted it, and they saw it, and they said, if you can do that after 6 months, or if you can do that after 6 weeks, you don't need our benefits.
Well, for years, Mike began social services, and we'd be paying rent, we'd be paying utility bills, we'd be paying a lot of things. And income tax time would come around.
Yeah,
You know what would happen when they got their checks? Do you think they pay rent or pay their utility bills, or they go on vacation to Florida?
that's ridiculous. I mean, and they brag about it. That's the thing. It's bad enough you're doing it,
Yeah.
but then you brag about it on the internet. I'm glad they got caught. I'm glad a lot of these people got caught. I'm glad, these people are crying, I don't want to get a job. Well, guess what? I got a job. I've worked all my life. You should deserve it. And some of these people, like, I have 8 children and a ninth on the way. What are you doing with 8 children? What is wrong with these people? 8 children.
Because they make more money.
Yes. And how many baby daddies they got? I mean, come on. Let's be real. Let's talk about, what reality is. You don't deserve that money. If you're just going to be a baby maker, you deserve to lose. I feel bad for the kids, but, no wonder our system's broken.
Well, also in many cases, people that I work with, it's grandma raising the kids because daughter is a coke addict.
Well, and the thing is, I don't have any problem with someone using it for what it's supposed to be, an interim between jobs. If you lost your job, you don't have any money coming in, okay, I don't have a problem helping someone that's going to do that with the intent of getting another job. These people don't want to work, and they refuse to work. And they're losing their housing. They're losing, I don't care. If you want to be that lazy person and you want to sit at home, you're going to sit at home with no money. And it's bad because you're teaching your kids to do that.
So it's generational problem.
Yeah, and a lot of these kids are millennials. And it's like, I've never had a job. Now they're going to force me to get a job. Okay, yeah. And?
So corporations now, because you talk about millennials.
Yeah.
Corporations now are hiring etiquette coaches.
Okay.
To teach millennials how to function in a work environment. Because they have no clue how to treat people. How to correspond with people, how to write an email, how to, without offending people, how they're hiring coaches. They've given up trying to find people, millennials, that can do it. Now they're hiring anybody and trying to train them.
That's sad.
It's
that's the education system has blown it, has not done their job. And
the thing is, if you have Grammarly,
yeah,
will
I use
teach
that
you
all the
how
time.
to do an email.
I do that all the time. Between that and AI, there's nothing left to do.
I know. Copilot will rewrite. I write.
Yeah.
And Copilot will come in and correct all the grammar for you.
I will write something, and then I take it, like my resume for acting and stuff. Like I'll take that resume, I'll write the resume, and I'll say, could you fix all the mistakes? They'll put all the mistakes, and then they'll say, do you want to? I see this as an acting. Do you want a more concise? Yes. Do you want a smaller one? Yes. Do you want even smaller? Yes. Do you want a 2-line? Yes. And it goes through and it takes my original and takes it and puts it all together. There's no reason. I mean, if I was young today, man, I would be making a lot of money because I'm smart enough to realize the system they have now versus what we went with. We had to do everything the hard way. We had to go to school and learn how to do this.
Do you remember Blue Book? That you would go in to take your final, and you would get a blue book, and you'd have to write it.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
What's writing?
What's writing? Well, now, because of AI, right?
Yeah.
Papers now are being written by AI.
Oh, I believe that.
Okay. And kids have their phones. And so testing now.
It's a lot different world.
So now the professors are going back to Blue Book where they give you 4 questions that you have to write in a Blue Book because they can't trust the kids to actually do anything because AI does it for them.
Does it all. It's crazy stuff. I mean, it's just... what's this world coming to? Is it going to be around after we're gone?
I don't know.
I know there are some kids out there, I say kids, but I mean like 30s, going into 40s, that try to actually be a working person. But I'm telling you, the laziness that there is out there.
That's because parents did everything.
And yeah, that's the thing.
Fought their battle.
Yes. And allowed them to stay at home, allowed them to stay in their room, allowed them to have a computer, and didn't monitor what they were doing. If you get a chance, go on to YouTube and watch some of these videos. These women are relatively young, and they've not had a job and didn't, there's so many of them, and it's one after another that are freaking out because, I was going to play one, but we ran late and I don't have one with me anyway. So, but this to me, if you want to give Trump an award, this one would be, we're going to save a ton of money when we kick these losers off. And can you imagine how much money we spend on giveaways? I mean, like I said, I don't mind helping someone. If someone's sick and they can't work, if someone broke a bone or foot, whatever it is, I don't have a problem with helping someone get there, because that's what it's for. It's to help them get to that level. But someone that's planning on doing it for life, if you're not physically able to do the job, if you can't walk or whatever it is, okay, I give in. I would see that, help that person live. But these are people that just don't want to work.
Well, here's how it works. Baby daddy doesn't want to work.
Yep.
Baby daddy can't get any benefits.
Right.
So baby daddy makes babies.
Yep.
And then he lives with baby mama.
Well, with these, the one had 8 kids and 3 baby daddies.
Yeah.
It's like,
and she's supporting all 3 baby daddies.
Well, yeah, I don't know. A lot of the ones didn't have anybody. I'm a single parent, type thing. And they may not have had that because they're just thinking, where am I going to get the next baby? I need a new baby. I'm running out of, this one's too old. He's almost 18 now or whatever.
Exactly.
And that just to me is,
but liberals can't stand it because they like permanent poverty.
Right. And the thing is, get another Democrat in there, they'll get their benefits back.
They'll all get it back.
And it'll all start all over again. And then everything that Trump did right will go. And it's such a shame. But I think if Hillary is talking like that about Zelensky and she actually sees that he's actually working. One of the few presidents that actually is working. I've never seen a president work as hard as Trump. I don't agree with everything he does, but I do agree with his work ethic. Man, that guy probably doesn't sleep.
So I listened to Bill O'Reilly, and Bill O'Reilly's mad at Trump right now because Bill wants to take a vacation and Bill can't because things are happening so fast, so furious, he can't take any time off.
You think about it, he's had the job since January.
And look at all the...
He is not stopping. He's not even slowing down. I don't like that he took the EV credit away.
Correct.
I think that's a bad thing. I don't agree with a lot of things he does. I don't like the way he treats trans. I don't like the way he treats, he doesn't really attack gays, but trans he has. But I gotta give him thumbs up overall because he seems to be hustling. I mean, I don't agree with everything he's trying to do, but I've never seen a guy work so hard for what he's doing. I have to give him a thumbs up, and I have to say, I like businessmen running this country.
It's a lot better than politicians.
Yeah, we need to get rid of the politicians and keep the businessmen. That's the best way I can say it. Let's see if there's anything else that I definitely need to say out of this, then we can move on. This one's interesting. It's a Tesla story. Semi-truck carrying Tesla catches fire down freeway. Well, the Tesla's burned down too, but it wasn't the Tesla's fault. It was the truck's fault. I saw this and I'm like, what? It's like, why? What? No, they're my Teslas. Don't burn them down. But they didn't. It's not Tesla that burned. You know, someone's going to say, well, look, this whole trunk of Tesla's burned down. Yeah, that's because, take a look at the picture.
Wow.
It was a tractor trailer that caught fire, and it burned the Teslas down. It was just really sad. But you know, those things happen. That one was one I wanted to say because that's one that I felt was time stamped kind of. But yeah, that's really bad. But that was, I guess we got to get rid of semi trucks if they're going to burn to the ground. I mean, you know,
Especially the Tesla.
yeah, especially. There was.
Did your stock take a hit?
I don't know. I don't know where we're at on stock. Let's take a look. It's been steady. It's been pretty good overall. Because I've been looking at that for paying for my new car, but I'm not ready to cash it in yet. Nope, not Tesla.com. I think it's at 340 or something like that, which is pretty good. Oh, there we go. There's Teslas. Oh, I can actually, I can show you what I was talking about, but that's probably not really what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do.
I'm seeing Teslas all over the place now. Since I started looking for them,
Yeah.
I see them all over. And none of them have scratches on the door yet.
329. So it's been steady around that. It's been around 330. I've seen it 342. I've seen it 320, but it's sticking around that. I think we're really going to wait to see what happens this quarter. That's when we're going to decide what's going down as far as that goes. I can show you the car I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I have a link to that. Come on. You press it. This has got such a lag because of all the things. Now the new computer I've just showed you. I hope
That's
to have
what
that
I wanted to know. What is it going to include?
It will be next week. I'll have it up. There's the car I'm looking at getting. Oh no, it's done. Oh no. Well, they didn't sell it. Just end it. That means it'll be back on. I do have the dealer's name though. I want to definitely look at that. I mean, at 47,000, it's a no-brainer. It's exactly the same as the one that I have now. So, will you stop it? I can't pay attention to you right now. He's such a whore when it comes to attention. It's got to have attention. And the other thing, when I give him something, I give her something. He takes his, he puts it away somewhere, and waits for me to give her something else, and then he'll take one of those too. Then I realize he's stashing them all. He's hoarding it. He's got a big collection of stuff. Then when he's not looking, I take them back and I give them to him again later. What? Are you going to help?
Your pooches are in a kennel.
Oh, I've done that before, and I have a hard time doing it. But anyway, that's the car I'm looking at. So I could fly to Texas and buy it. I'm waiting for my finance guy to tell me. He doesn't know I'm looking at this. He thinks I'm looking at a new one yet. And I would consider it with the free charging and all that. That one's hard to pass up. The free full self-driving, the free charging. That's pretty tempting. I mean, I don't want one yet. I want to wait to see what they're going to do with it. Because the minute I buy it, the next version is going to have 500 miles of the charge or something, and I'm going to be kicking myself. So, all right. Anything else I need from this? Perplexity. Let's see, threatens lawsuit. Elon's threatening to a lawsuit with OpenAI's trying. He's talking about that. I found that interesting. Come on, start opening these windows. Maybe I got too many open. Gotta close some of these windows. This new computer, though, will be able to handle what we're going to do, and that's going to be the first time in years. Because ever since I added you, you're taking up so much because of the call-in thing. Because I have to do a couple things I don't have to do when you're sitting here. I don't have, we didn't have any lag at all. But when I get this new one on, it's gonna take care of all those issues, because I'm gonna have enough memory to be able to run. And this was never a problem up until I started doing the teleporting thing. So this will help us in so many different ways. I'm really anxious to see what it's going to look like when I get this done. I got to load all the software on it and stuff, but it won't be that bad. It won't take that long to do it. But it's nice because these are SSD drives that this runs off of too. So it'll be kind of cool. At an i9, I mean, we're not going to run out of memory. We're not going to run out of anything. We're going to be good. So I'm really looking. I'm glad you're involved because it made me upgrade, and this was the best upgrade. I made her buy one too because she was always complaining that the computer that she has is too slow. I said, well, this will fix that problem because the i9 is. I mean, this is an i7. This one I've never had problems with until we ran into the other stuff. But this i9, it won't have any problems. I usually run. I've run 2 editing programs at the same time. I've run music in the background. I've run 16 to 18 windows at a time, and I never had a problem with it on that computer. So I'm assuming I'm probably going to be doing good with this one. And that's not an SSD up there. So this won't be an SSD, so it'll have the chance to be even faster. So I just got to load the software, and the only software you really need is our streaming software, and then I've got to recreate all the all the work. I can't copy this over. It makes me recreate all the things again, but I know it well enough that I can be able to pump it through pretty quick. I'll have to put OneNote on it, which will be no big deal. I'll have to make sure I have Google Chrome on it. Other than that, it should be easy to integrate. I hope. Famous last words. Anything else I need from Elon? I have a bunch of Elon stories, but not really anything that's time
Did he
sensitive.
get a brand new salary?
Yeah, he got a big stock thing.
Like he needs.
Okay, here it says. Oh, I can run through these real quick because these aren't too bad. These are things that EV makers lose 1 to 3 billion as regulation overhaul kills revenue, credit revenue. So that's that losing the 7,500 thing. Then it says Lucid offers $7,500 credit on the Gravity, which is the one I was looking at. For a lease program, you can actually take that 7,500 and knock down that lease down. It says Tesla sales slump 13%. Stock steady at 332. That's what it says on there. EV market faces crossroads at the end of the tax incentives. I'll tell you, this is going to really make or break a lot of people in the EV market. Tesla has a big amount of money, and they're still number one. So I think they're going to be okay compared to other companies. But like the other companies, especially the small companies, Rivian made a profit last quarter. It was a small profit, but they actually made a profit. I don't know that they're going to do it this time, especially after the credit goes. They may.
Why did Trump take the EV credit away?
It was funded by the government. He didn't think it was necessary. I understand it. I kind of am angry that he did it now instead of wait until like I bought my car. Then I would be okay with it. But,
Right in the letter.
I could still get my car if I were to act before October 31st or September. So, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Ford invests $2 billion to overhaul Kentucky plant for EV production. EV faces crossroads at the end of the incentives. That's the end. Oh, I can get rid of all those now. Good. I'll tell you what you know what the Boring Company is, right? They are going to do. This is so wild. They created a road from so you can get to LA quick. They are now going to make a road to Nashville.
Right.
That's to Nashville. That's a long road. Yet you'll be able to get there really quick. So I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know how they're going to be able to. I mean,
this is going from the airport to downtown Nashville.
Oh, well, that's different than what I was thinking. I was thinking it's from L.A. to Nashville.
No, I heard.
I,
Well,
I didn't read the article,
I
so
think it's
you're
from the
probably right.
airport to Nashville.
Well, that's different. That's okay. Well, anyway, the lawsuit that he's going to threaten is against Apple, claiming the company artificially boosts OpenAI app in the App Store, and Musk's XAI runs the Grok chatbot. It's a competitor to OpenAI, and you can't find it. I mean, I found
had
it.
both. I had both on mine.
I have both on mine too, and I do use Grok for some stuff. I do use mostly ChatGPT, but I use Grok, I use Copilot, and I use ChatGPT. So
Well, you know, there's a lot of pastoral software out there to help.
yeah,
To help. I don't. I think AI is going to make that obsolete.
yeah. You know, if you only had that,
I use ChatGPT to get all kinds of information
I bet you
for my sermon on Sunday.
I bet you wish you had that when you were.
Oh, you betcha. When I was writing sermons every week.
Oh, that would be awesome. All right. Do you want to do Simpsons? Do you want to do Scorpions, or do you want to do Chosen?
Well, we usually do the band first.
Yeah.
Let's just keep that.
You want to do that? Okay. Yeah. I did actually see both of those today, and I was afraid I wasn't going to. I had my housekeeper here today. Yeah. They did the carpets and stuff, and they had to ask me a couple times, and I had to run and get stuff, and so I didn't. I was afraid I wasn't going to get to them, but I did get to them, and I had some questions on The Chosen, so if we do that next week, that's fine. If we do it this week, that's fine.
If we get to it.
But the Scorpions was really good. In fact, after I saw the Scorpions one again, that was the second time I saw it, I saw some things I didn't see before, so that made the Scorpions even more interesting to me because there were things that I didn't remember from that. One was Schenker. Michael Schenker. Do you know who Michael Schenker?
Yeah.
He had a song. Was it "He Don't Love You Like I Love You"? Yeah, I thought he was American. I didn't know he was the guitarist's brother.
Okay.
So that really, and I didn't know he played with the Scorpions for a while. I never knew he wasn't English. I thought he was English. So that was really funny. Okay, so the Scorpions. Let's get started with the Scorpions. They are a great band. I actually wanted to do some Scorpions in my band, and I wanted to do The Zoo. Did you ever hear that song?
No.
Oh, it's an awesome song because it's just different from everything everybody else does. It's a neat riff that they have, and I wouldn't mind doing a lot of different. I like a lot of the Scorpions. I couldn't sing Scorpions at one point.
Well, the singing.
I can now. I can do a lot of stuff I couldn't do before. Mike Trash, the microphone is awesome. What? Which the microphone that I'm using now, or are you trying to be funny? I haven't figured it out. Anyway. All right, so let's go.
So can I tell you something about the Scorpions?
Go ahead.
I love their music.
I do too.
Now, you know, I'm not. This is not my genre.
I wouldn't expect it to be. Yeah.
Well, when I listen to them, I remember a lot of their songs.
Winds of Change.
Yes.
I want to do that song because, especially with the problems in Russia and all that now, okay. I think we could do. Well, I'm not talking about just Ukraine, but I'm talking about the wars. It's about that. It's about the winds of change, and that could be really good. I love the song Blackout. Blackout's a great song. I love what's some of the Love Drive. Love Drive is a good song. I mean, when I first heard them, I was in college, and I heard songs by them, and I thought, oh, that's really good. I could never sing it. I thought because it was really high, and I thought, wow, I'd love to do that song, but I can't sing it.
Rock You Like a Hurricane.
Yeah, Rock You Like a Hurricane would be awesome. I would love to.
No One Like You.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many of their songs I actually liked. And
they got more radio play than a lot of them.
But it took them a long time to get to the U.S. I didn't realize that they had started the band in '65. 65. That's freaking a long time. And there really was only Klaus Miner and the guitar player, the Schenker. I think was it Schenker. Um, they were together that long. Most of them had gone by that. They'd gone through so many different people. Originally, it was Matthew Habs, lead guitar, Francis Bolhez, bass, Herman Rarebell in drums, Klaus Miner, and Schenker, Rudolf Schenker. And those guys, that's the longest running combination. But the two people that were the longest running was Klaus Miner and Rudolf Schenker. But the rest was a revolving door pretty much. But man, I couldn't believe that 50 years. 50 years. I mean, there aren't a lot of bands that can say that. And I really, and by the way, Michael Schenker was a member of UFO. Yeah. And had played occasionally with them. So it was just funny that when I saw this Michael Schenker, I thought, could that be the guy? And then I said, oh, it was him from UFO. But I never heard him talk. I thought he was just an American. I never realized, because he had his own guitar line. Oh, did he? Yeah. So it was kind of funny that Michael Schenker is him. I can't remember what song. I want to say He Don't Love You Like I Love You. I want to think that that's one of his songs, but I don't know if it is or not. For some reason, but we'll have to look that up. So what are the things that you thought about this band?
Well, a couple things. First of all, they played in the Soviet Union.
Yes. And I remember that concert because Bon Jovi was on that card too.
Which is unheard of.
Yes. That was unbelievable that they had the opportunity. I don't know that they could do that today because you'd have missiles flying over your head. But that was something that I found really fascinating. That because that was when Gorky Park. You remember that band?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they were a Russian band that got to play in the U.S. And they had, I think there was a song called Gorky Park too. That they actually they have a song called Gorky Park, I think. But anyway, they all Gorky Park, the band Gorky Park did a Who song. What I do. I can't remember the name of the Who song that they did, but they were pretty big for a little while because when that concert in Russia happened, they were on that card too. This Russian band, and they got a lot of play from the U.S. And they had two big songs, and one was their song, and the other one was the Who song. I can't remember the song, but anyway, yeah, that's kind of neat because they had a chance to play a place that no Eastern bands ever played, and to get to play there, that was pretty cool.
And the only reason anybody in Russia knew the band was because of underground music.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about, as long as it took the Scorpions to make it to U.S. I remember them in the 80s. But you got to think, in the 80s, that means that the band was together 15 years before they hit the U.S. I remember hearing these songs. I thought, wow, what great songs. And then you hear Klaus Miner speak, and you think, oh, he doesn't speak very good English. No, he sings great English.
He still doesn't speak.
And Winds of Change, he sang it in two languages at that. Because if you ever listen to it, it's not all in English. Listen to it closely. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you ever noticed. I noticed it because I tried singing along. I thought, what's he singing? And then I realized he was singing, but I didn't know it was German. I thought it was something else for some reason. Because German's such a harsh language. But it was actually a good, really good song.
And Klaus had that surgery?
Yes, that in
experimental surgery?
80. Wait a minute, I wrote down when he had the surgery, because that was one of the things that I found. Yeah, here it is. Uh, Maybe it was later than that. Well, no, this is the 80s. Okay, so yeah, it was towards the end of the. That's who you are. Okay, Uriah Heep. Oh, in '88, Scorpions became the second Western group, not American, to play the Soviet Union. Uriah Heep had performed in the country earlier in December 1987 in Leningrad. The following year, the band returned to perform at Moscow's Music Peace Festival. It's funny that that would be the festival that they'd be playing. Um, Somehow I think that Putin didn't remember that. He just wants to kill everybody and take their stuff. Um,
Now, who was the band member that had the business guy,
that was the bass player.
the bass player?
Yeah,
And he walked out when they thought the accountant was stealing money. He wouldn't fire the accountant
right.
and walked out.
Yeah, you wonder why, huh?
You wonder why.
Yeah, that was Francis. Francis was the guy that did it. 92. They fired. I have it. They fired him. In Wikipedia, they said they fired him. I don't know if he was fired or either one. But you figure you're placing a band's whole history in an hour versus Wikipedia's going by the year. So I try to read them both, or I try to read and then go through and listen to it, and then I make my notes. But yeah, in '92 it says they released of all the things to release that year, they released an album called Face the Heat. It says bass was handled by Ralph Rickerman for the band. The band brought in that's the new one. The old one was Francis Buchholz, Buchholz. That he was with them for a long time, because he was with them up until '82.
Well, he handled everything.
Yeah, and then they had Doc McGhee in New York. Now Doc McGhee had Motley Crue, had Poison, had Ronnie James Dio, had he had everybody, and everyone wanted to work with Doc McGhee because he also ran drugs and could get them anything they wanted. Because I knew somebody that knew him, and she told me all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that guy, we've seen him on a lot of episodes, and there's reasons why people went to him. Plus, he knew the business, so you go, and he used to be a big guy like I used to be, and now it looks like he's slimmed down quite a bit. So I guess the drugs are working. But
A lot of speed.
yeah, I found it interesting how many times he's been in the episodes, and I thought about that. And they also, it says here, in 1988, 4 years after their previous studio album, Savage Amusement represented a more polished and mature sound similar to the style of Def Leppard. So when they were experimenting with their sound, after they hit, I'd say 1990, I haven't heard anything good since then. Really, I mean, I haven't liked anything that they've done since the '80s. I like their stuff, but I don't think they've done anything good. My favorite album is the Best Of that they have, Best of Rockers and Ballads. That one was in '89, and I thought that was really good. I liked that album because it had the Best Of, and that's in one place. And I have that album, so that has all the good stuff. They even did a cover of Can't Explain by The Who on that album. And let's see here. Also included, which also included on that same year's Stairway to Heaven, Highway to Hell charity compilation album that they were contributing to that. And it's the band's only compilation album to be certified platinum. in the U.S. So I don't know. They had a lot of really good stuff though. They had and it's funny because when you think of we've done a lot of heavy metal bands, and I never really thought about. I never thought of, even though they are a heavy metal band, I never thought of Scorpion as heavy metal. Because of the voice, the vocals, and the fact that they actually put ballads together. And ballads are not normally a heavy metal thing.
Correct.
So yeah, I kind of like that's. I think that's why I like them. I don't know. I just think they were really cool. Some of their sound was really very good. Uh, Big City Nights was a good song. Love that song. Uh, Still Loving You. That's a power ballad that for sure. Yeah, I'd like to do some. I said to my guitarist today, I wouldn't mind doing some of this stuff, some of their stuff. I don't know if they want me to give them a list of songs um, that I would like to sing because we want to do some 90s and 2000s stuff because everything we have is 80s pretty much. And so I thought of putting on, even though it's 80s, kind of fudging it a little bit, trying to get one of their songs on. But yeah, that's one of the things I like. Um, but I don't think they've done anything really good since. They did an acoustic album in 2001, live unplugged. It was called Acoustico, and they toured extensively behind. Oh, that's the other thing. I was thinking about it. In their earlier days, they were the backup band, the opening band for a lot of bands. And I'm thinking, wow, that'd be cool to be an opening band for a band who really isn't as big as they are. But I mean, just be good to see bands like that. Like one time I saw Heart with Def Leppard. Who would you make the opening band?
Well, yeah, who was
that? It was well, I guess it was Heart, but it could have been either one. And who's the other one that I saw that was a band like it would be hard to say who the opening band should be. There are sometimes they tour together and then they switch off the opening band part, which is pretty cool. And the other thing I found interesting was that these bands have their own planes. They showed a scene where in the background you could see the Scorpions plane. I was thinking, man, I have my own plane. That'd be cool. But you got to think, what's the maintenance on one of them? What's it cost you to have a plane like that?
Cuts into the bottom line.
Right. But you got to have a pretty big bottom line.
You're doing all those dates.
Yes. And you're paying. The thing is, I think you can fly. You can be in a decent. I think I was told for about $10,000 you can charter a plane. And that would be okay too. But I don't know. I'm not anywhere near that yet, so I can't even think of that. Well, the band I have now, they're looking to play bars. That's what they want to do. My big fantasy is playing in an arena. I want to play at least once in a big arena. I want to know that rush, And I know I'd be nervous as heck just because, that's a lot of people. But I was that way too when I had to wrestle around. I've been, biggest house I did for that was 3,500, and that's not nearly the size that I want to play with. But we'll see. We'll see.
You remember in the documentary, they were first time in America. They were the opening band. They went on stage. They were supposed to play for half an hour.
Oh yeah. They went 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah, I would have killed them. Oh, that would have been yes. And I know I've been in situations where even in wrestling where you only have 15 minutes, you go 25. You throw in the whole time schedule. I've never done that to a music performance where I went over my time. But that's because I've never had that kind of ability where I could get away with something like that. They didn't have that ability at that point, but yeah, they went way over. And normally you don't try not to do that, but some people can get away with that. Wonder if that's it. It might be. Let's see. It might have been this. No, that was. Yeah, I don't remember what I did. I have a lot of marks that I did on their Wikipedia that I just wanted to make sure I covered. There was a lot of really good stuff to talk about there because they had a lot of. I mean, being together for 50 years, I can't even imagine that.
Well, in Klaus's vocals, I mean,
he
is a good, he is unique singer.
Yeah. It says here, this is funny. While they have an album called Pure Instinct, and it says here, while the album was slickly produced, it was not received well by fans. The video to the album's first European single to be #1 featured a Monica Lewinsky lookalike, which did little to improve its popularity. See, the thing is, they did things that were controversial too, because they had that prepubescent girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably wouldn't have gone that route, and they seem to have that.
Well, their producer said any publicity is
it's supposed to be good.
But I think that's not
that would have crossed the line. I think that's probably something that I would have stepped in if my band wanted to do. There's certain things I wouldn't do, but they were young kids then, and at that point they didn't really. I mean, they were acting like young kids. Like when I was younger, I remember my first band. I was really adult, and I wasn't the oldest, but I wasn't the youngest, and the youngest and the oldest, and they were a little immature, and so I have to think that would be around the age that this band that the Scorpions were when they were doing some of that stuff. I just never really wanted to be controversial like that. I wanted to be good. I wanted to be known for being good, not do something just to be controversial. I don't. I get it, but it's not really something I would do. I don't think. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't put a sexy girl on my album, but I wouldn't put something. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to do something like that. So, I admire that band because they went through a lot of stuff, and they kept that band name for a long time. They had a revolving door for a long time, but they really kept their sound relatively the same till the 90s, and that's good for me. So that's a good thing about it. I'm trying to see if there was. It says they joined on July 21st, 1990. They joined many other guests for Roger Waters' massive performance of The Wall in Berlin. Scorpions performed both versions of In the Flesh from The Wall. And after the Crazy World Tour, the band's long-serving bassist Francis left the group. That's around the time that, but still, to play with Roger Waters is pretty cool too. They got to do a lot of really fun things that we can't even imagine. So the Monica Lewinsky thing kind of cracks me up a little bit, but they did a lot of cool things. Let's see if I can find anything else that stands out. I mean, they still were playing up to 2023. It looks like. It says here in December 2023, it was announced that the band would return to Turkey for the first time in 8 years to perform a live show in Istanbul. Can you imagine playing in Istanbul, of all places, in May of 2024? On October 2024, the band gave a press conference at Hanover, at which concert July 5th, 2025, at the Heinz von Heiden Arena was announced for the 60th anniversary, coming to Hanover, Scorpions and Friends. So the Friends are like Rosie Vista. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Boulette Kalin is, but I do know who Alice Cooper and Judas Priest is. They actually talked about Judas Priest in that special too. That would be pretty cool. So I don't know. It just is one of those things that I really hate that they're not the band that they were, but I think it says something that they are still around. Well, at least until last year. I don't know that they're still playing now. It says here, Scorpions have cited as a principal influence on numerous hard rock bands and heavy metal scenes. Artists such as Cinderella, Cinderella is from Philly, by the way. Def Leppard, Doro, I don't know who that is. Guns N' Roses, Hanoi Rocks, Halloween, Malmsteen, Megadeth, Metallica, Motley Crue, Skid Row, and Testament. I mean, that's a lot of heavy stuff, and they're all heavier than they are. And I like the fact that they weren't as heavy as some of those bands. Like, Megadeth wasn't never one of my favorites. I didn't dislike them. I just didn't really listen to them a lot. But a lot of those bands are pretty heavy. Metallica. I mean, they can get really heavy. But I've heard some Metallica that wasn't heavy. So, it's good that they have the ability to be whatever they want to be. And that's kind of what Ken and I tried to do. We didn't try to be typecast. We tried to write what we felt. And it's good when you can do that. And it says here, the MTV called them the ambassadors of rock. They received prestigious awards such as the 3 World Music Awards. They had a star on the Hollywood Rock Wall and a presence in the permanent exhibition of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In 2015, the group celebrated a 50th anniversary. A biblical film called Winds of Change was in production in 2025, aimed for release to coincide with the band's 60th anniversary celebrations. So, how many bands could say they got that? I mean, people must really appreciate what they've contributed to the world. So, yeah, I'm impressed. So, yeah, they had a lot of people in that band that they had a lot of awards too. They have 1975 Best German Live Band, 1976 Album of the Year in Germany, 1979 Playboy Magazine Best Artwork of the Year for The Love Drive, 1985 entry into the Golden Book of Hanover, 1986 Bravo Auto Band in Silver category, Hard and Heavy, 1991 Bravo Auto in Gold category, Hard and Heavy, 1991 Invitation to the Kremlin, reception in the former Soviet state with the party leader Mikhail Gorbachev, 1992 Bravo Auto in Bronze category, Hard and Heavy. I don't know what the Bravo Auto Award is, but they've won that 3 times. Yeah, that's. Then they got 92 World Music Award at the most successful German rock act. 92 Echo as the best national group. 92 Europe Golden German, which is. Oh, okay. I guess it's that's the German. The German version is the Golden Europa. 94 World Music Award again. 95 and 94 Collector's Tin from Coca-Cola. 98 Radio Regenbogen Award, Rock International. 2000 Town of Hanover Plaque. 2000 entry into the Golden Book of Hanover. I guess they got, well, because they're from Hanover, I guess. Scorpions Street in Leganés, Spain. So they got their own Scorpion Street. I mean, they seem to be. I don't think I've ever seen another band get all these awards and all these special things. That's just up to 2010, and it goes all the way up to 2025. this your entry into the Golden Book of Sarsted, which is the hometown of Rudolph.
Are they in the rock Hall of Fame?
They gotta be, I would think. I would think they should be if they aren't. Let's find out. Okay, let's see. We need to go to. Do I have any open? Oh, I thought I had my Chat GTP. I was going to ask Chat GTP, but I guess I could ask Google. Is the Scorpions? I should say are, but that's close enough. In the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How about that? Are the Scorpions? Okay, fine. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. They're not currently. Ooh, they missed one award.
They missed one.
Despite their commercial success and influence on rock music, they have not been inducted. Many fans and former bandmates feel their absence from the hall is a significant oversight. I'm really surprised they aren't here. Huh. Well,
that's surprising.
Yeah, I'm shocked about that. Some believe that politics and personal biases play a role in the selection process. So
who they pick off?
Trump. I don't know. Despite the lack of induction, the band's impact on rock music is undeniable. With millions of albums sold, numerous hit songs that continue to be popular. And I think their songs are timeless, really.
Yeah.
A lot of songs a lot of bands are pretty much, they sound like the 80s. They sound like whatever. They don't have that sound, I don't think. Although I think that their stuff in the 80s and 70s was much better than what they come out with now. So, yeah, here's an article that says former Scorpions guitarist says band should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I don't know why. I don't know why they aren't, because I've seen a lot of bands get in there that I don't understand why they're in there. I don't understand why you would put a rap band in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So if they're in there, maybe they don't want to be in there. Anything else you want to add?
No, I just that I remember their music. I've heard these songs before, and it's not my genre, but when I listen on Spotify, I really enjoy it.
Okay. Well, we're running out of bands.
Well, yes, we need to talk about that.
And I've got a couple ideas. I talked to you one about how we could get season 1 and 2. That's one. The other thing we can do is just pick a band. It doesn't have to be. We don't have to have a video. There's between
Wikipedia.
Yeah, Wikipedia has a lot of information and covers usually everything they talk about in Wikipedia. And there are a lot of bands that we could really pick that would be. I mean, there's tons of bands. There's like Mike Trash and the Breaking Rats. There's Apathy, Uncle Sam Band. All
on Wikipedia.
Yeah, no, they're not on. None of those are on Wikipedia, unfortunately. But yeah,
Bon Jovi next week.
We didn't do them yet.
I don't think we.
I don't think we did do them. No. That would be a good one to do because he's got some interesting things. A lot of things that he did were he started out kind of doing some things that I would do, which we could talk about. We could do that next week. Okay. Yeah, that would be a good one. I do know a lot about him. So, and there's a lot of people who don't like him. And it's weird because he had some good music. And I don't know why they don't like him. But, yeah, we could have a good discussion. I'd like to talk about him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll do him. And I think we could have some good stuff on him. Yeah, there's just the reason I know stuff about him is his Fahrenheit album. What was it? I don't remember what it was called. Something Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit something. He had an album called that. My producer co-wrote that album
Oh,
and knows John Bon Jovi well. And he was bitter about Bon Jovi. I don't know why he was bitter about him, but still, I have a what do you call it?
some inside information.
Yeah, I have some inside information, but it's like that 6 degrees of your
Separation.
there's 6 degrees separation between you and any other person in this world. You just got to find that, and I found that to be true. If you really think about people, you can get to everyone usually within 6 steps, and usually less. You know, like in the wrestling world, I'm probably 3 steps away from just about everybody. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, that'll be good. By the way, Triple Mania was over the weekend, and it was on YouTube. Now WWE bought CM, one of the Spanish ones, not CMLL, the other one. They bought one of the Spanish wrestling groups, and they had their first pay-per-view this weekend, and it was really good. Even though you don't know a lot of the wrestlers, some of the wrestlers you do know. It was really, really good, and they brought some of those wrestlers on Monday Night Raw last night. And, did you watch Raw?
Yeah.
Naomi gave up her belt.
Okay.
Do you know why?
Yeah.
She and Jimmy Uso are married.
Right.
And they announced on Stephanie's podcast that she's pregnant. So she had to give up her belt. She was in tears when she did that. She actually did a really cool thing. When she went out to announce about, they didn't say why she was going to talk, why she wanted to come out. She came out and she was announcing the thing. Before she announced it, they showed the video of her announcing it on that podcast. And when they came back, she was crying, of course. And the reason she was crying is last time she had a belt, she had to give up the belt. This is the second time she had to give up the belt. And so she said that she hates the idea of giving up the belt again, and so she's not going to be able to lose the belt. And her and Uso tried to have a baby for years and couldn't. She lost one of her ovaries, and she was told that you're not going to get pregnant with the one ovary you have unless we help you get pregnant. So they weren't using protection. And then she gets the belt, and guess what? She gets pregnant too. So while she was announcing it, she was crying, and everybody was cheering her and everything. And she went into heel mode and told everyone to shut up, and it was just kind of cool that she stayed in character. So it was really kind of cool. But I'm happy that she is going to have a baby because that's what they wanted to have. That's what they want. So that's kind of neat. Do you want to wait for?
Yeah, let's wait for the show.
All right. All right. Well, we're going
to. You
to.
have questions?
No, not really. I have a few comments, but no questions. Just
okay.
It's all good. Yeah, I think it was definitely more fun with you here.
It is. I like it. Wish I was first.
Yeah, someday.
Maybe.
I'd like to see that too. But we'll see what happens. But did I tell you that October the 6th is Scorpions Day in Los Angeles? Something to know. No.
Something to know.
Yeah. So I'm just looking at all their awards, and I'm just like sitting here laughing. Lifetime Achievement Award at the Hard Rock Cafe. Why can't I get a Hard Rock Cafe something other than something I'm buying?
You could probably have a free Coke if you wanted.
And told them who I was?
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't have to tell them. Hopefully they all know. So, all right, I guess we'll shut this down before the police stop us. So we're having too much fun. All right, well, then next week you're going to be home. Huh? When are you leaving?
Monday.
You may not be up to it Tuesday.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, okay.
I got up at 4:30 this morning
Oh man,
to drive.
that's painful. I've
Took a
done it.
2-hour nap, and here I am.
Yeah. Jeez. All right. Well, I guess then that's it. Wow, it was great having you here.
I enjoyed it.
Didn't get much of the studio done because I've been running around. I just feel bad because I've let everything go because I'm running all the time. I've never been this busy. I wasn't this busy when I was working.
I know. Isn't that funny about retirement?
It's crazy.
I'm busier now than I ever was.
I don't understand. I mean, I guess I do, but I don't know. The thing is, at least I'm enjoying it. I do definitely enjoy it. Hopefully next week we'll be on the new system, and we'll
be nice.
run into all new problems.
Yes. Trying to make it all work together.
Oh, it's just amazing. That little computer, I'm telling you, that should solve all of our problems. So we'll find out. They take me 2 weeks to get it right because first week we're not going to know what the problems are till they run, and then I'll write them down. So I'll keep this one here next to me in case I don't have that one running. So anyway, all right, time for us to go. And thank you for tuning in and checking us out. And time to say adieu. Bid you adieu.
We're still the one. We've been together way back when. It's gonna be a process. We are still the one with something new. Still the one who's gonna see you through. You're still having fun, and we're still the one.
All right,
Sure.
we're all done. Oh, yeah, that was fun. It's definitely better when you're here. I mean,